That's Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros on Triple J. They're touring for us in late March and they keep on adding dates. Check out the gig guide if you want to see them. They're going just about everywhere. 40-Day Dream is what you heard. The man is in the room. He's in the building. We've found Brian Molko from Placebo. Welcome to Triple J. Welcome to Soundwave Sydney.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
It's lovely to have you here and back in Australia once again. A place that you've been to many, many times. Does it kind of feel like a second home to you?
Well, if it was a second home, it probably wouldn't be so far away. You know?
You couldn't just nip around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think I would spend a lot more time here because I like it so much if it wasn't such a bitch to get to, you know. And I have a real issue with flying. I really dislike it.
So what do you do to calm the nerves when you're getting on that 30-hour flight?
You know, sedatives.
Yeah. Have you seen the Placebo?
I have to sedate myself.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think you're alone with that one. Have you seen the Placebo audiences change over the years that you've been coming to Australia?
Yeah, you know, I mean, sort of every time we come back, there's a whole new generation of 15, 16-year-olds who have, you know, sort of moved down the front and discovered the band on that recent album. And then you kind of, the people who sort of have discovered, who were there before in previous tours, would just kind of move back a little bit further, you know, into the audience, but they're still there. So it's sort of it remains cross-generational.
Yeah, which must be exciting for you as well, and keep the energy alive to watch those
Absolutely.
people
I mean,
casting your eyes
the
out.
fact that, you know, these guys in their mid-30s can write songs which people who are 15 years old understand and connect with says a lot about us as people. But I think it's fortuitous in a professional way. You know, it's sort of for our jobs, it's kind of good.
Hitting all the generations with every record. Gotta love that. Now, Eastern Creek Raceway, which is where we're broadcasting live from today here at the Sydney Soundwave, it's a pretty awe-inspiring venue. I know that you're very excited about it. But your latest album...
I cannot contain myself.
We're literally in the pits here. But Battle for the Sun came out and you played a gig at Angkor Wat, which is the 12th century Cambodian temple. How did you score that as a venue for Placebo? It's amazing.
Well, we didn't, and it was before we released our new album. It was, so we were in the middle of mixing Battle for the Sun when we got the phone call. Now, you see, this concert was organized by a group of people called MTV Exit, and it's a charity that's linked with MTV. And what we're trying to do is that we're trying to raise awareness about this this modern scourge that sort of exists, which is human trafficking. So every year, about 2.5 million people are sort of kidnapped and bought and sold on the black market for intersexual slavery or indentured servitude or to work in sweatshops. And we became involved in MTV Exit because we were shocked on a just a basic human level and wanted to do something about it. Now, it just so happened that the concert that they offered us was in front of this 12th century Buddhist temple in Cambodia, which I'd been to already as a tourist and found one of the most beautiful and awe-inspiring and spiritual places that that I'd ever been to. And it also transpired that we were going to be the first and maybe the last rock band to play in front of this place. So it kind of ticked all the boxes. So we stopped mixing the album and we flew to Cambodia to get involved. And we're going to be doing hopefully some more work with MTV Exit this year, hopefully in Vietnam and maybe in Serbia, because a lot of it goes, a lot of it starts in Asia, a lot of it starts in Eastern Europe and goes through that. I mean, the human trafficking, you know. So we were just absolutely flabbergasted and shocked that in our supposedly civilized and modern society that slavery still existed. And if we could do our bit for that, then it's a really positive thing. And on a human level, I just don't understand how, people can kind of hit each other on a Friday night outside a pub, let alone sort of like buy and sell an actual another human being. Is that the only cause that Placebo are involved in? Do you sort of focus your attentions on one thing that you're really passionate about? Well, you can kind of spread yourself a little bit thin, I suppose. At the moment, this is kind of what we're involved in, But I think it has to resonate with you as a human being, and you have to really believe in it.
Brian Molko is joining us backstage here at Soundwave in Sydney. The Placebo lead singer is going to be taking the stage very, very soon. Are there anything, in terms of just being in Australia again, is there anything left on your to-do list? Do you still sort of come down here and think, I've really got to go to that wildlife park, or go and see that museum, or just go and jump in the beach, in that particular beach? Is there anything left that you really want to do here in Australia this time around?
Well, I normally hit the beach a lot, which is I think a lot of people are quite surprised about. But as a band, we're always trying to encourage the goths to get a suntan. That's perhaps another cause that we're involved in.
Tan up goths.
Yeah. I remember I did a signing once, kind of thing, and in Australia, and this girl came in, and she was so pale, she was deathly white, and we were sat there in our shorts signing CDs and everything like that, and I said to her, like, hey, you should really get yourself down the beach, and she said, but it doesn't go with my clothes.
Placebo fighting the good fight for all the goths around the world. Get out there, get under the sun, and you guys are going to be well and truly tanning up on stage. It is a blazing day out there. Yeah. I'm going to let you go because you really have to go and run and get ready for your set. Brian Molko has been joining us from Placebo here backstage at Triple J. Thanks so much for coming by, Brian.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
You will.
And hear the sounds of your latest record now. This is Battle for the Sun. We're live at Soundwave 2010, Triple J.